Hey, what's going on? We live at the Alex White Show, brought to you by Minority Prospects Incorporated, also Takeover Entertainment. Shout out to all our sponsors. Shout out to Adidas. Shout out to the Player Line. Shout out to here in Lewis Aaron Fund. Um, Shout out to everybody, man, that support the Minority Prospects baseball and softball brand, man. Here coming to you live, 30 days of straight streaming, giving you the what's what of baseball and softball. Remember, next week, Thursday, man, starts our HBCU All-Star Weekend in Kannapolis and Charlotte. Thursday, the Battle of the Bands, 4 high school bands in the Charlotte area, a mass band of HBCU alumni of over 150 people. Gonna be crazy, man. Kicking off the HBCU All-Star Weekend in Kannapolis and Charlotte. Earlier that day, we're gonna do a symposium, HBCU symposium, trying to prepare the kids. They're grown-ups at this point, man. If they're, they're gonna be some freshmen, but mostly sophomores, juniors, and seniors in college. Preparing them for life after baseball and softball, and giving them the tools they need, man, to reach the highest level, either in baseball, softball, or in the workforce or creating their own jobs, man. So we're gonna start off with that. First, they're gonna pick up their swag bags, man, from Adidas, and our creative designer, Tyrone Wyche. They're gonna get the swag bags. Monday, we'll do a reveal of the jerseys, the Adidas cleats we're going to use, the Adidas jerseys. So it's going to be dope, man. So make sure you stay tuned. We're 5 days away. Tomorrow will be 4 days away from the HBCU All-Star Weekend, the biggest weekend of HBCU baseball. So Thursday, Battle of the Bands. Friday, Minority Softball Prospects All-Star Game, HBCU All-Star Game at Stick Williams Dream Fields in Charlotte. I'm going to kick off that at 5 o'clock. We're going to kick off with an R&B band and do some line dance. It's kind of like a pregame for the game. All of that going to be at Stick Williams Field. And then we're going to do the Fastest Woman Home Run Derby. And then we're going to do the game at Stick Williams Field. It's going to be like a cookout, man. Going to have fish going. Going to have DJ Stay Ready on the ones and twos, man. Going to be crazy. Dead Steve on the mic. Going to be a good time. And then on Saturday at Atrium Health Park in Kannapolis, the home of the Cannonballers, 3:30 on Saturday, we're going to kick off the Free Kids Clinic. Then we're going to move into BP, and then Home Run Derby Fasted Man. Then HBCU All-Star Game, our 5th HBCU All-Star Game again. After the game, man, we're gonna do some fireworks, and then we're gonna party, man, that night, man. So looking forward to seeing everybody in Charlotte, Kannapolis. Let's pack it out, man. 7,000 people. Capacity at Atrium Health Park, 2,000 people. Capacity that Friday for Stick Williams Dream Field, man. So hey, let's pack it out, man. So today, we're going to talk about the SWAC tournament. My bracket buzz, guys. Dang, my bracket buzz. Doggone Grambling. Hell, baby, we Grambling. They let me down, man. So shout out to Angela Suggs, AD, for FAMU. Shout out to the coaching staffs at FAMU. They defeated Grambling today by a landslide, man, advancing to the SWAC tournament versus Bethune-Cookman. Can Bethune-Cookman get their first ever SWAC tournament championship? In my bracket, I had Grambling versus Bethune, but I'm going to go with Bethune. Both teams should be throwing their aces. So it could be Workman for FAMU, could be Caleb Granger, the senior. I want to see who they're going to go with. And then for Bethune-Cookman, could be Edwin Sanchez. Could be you got the closer, Gene Carlos Zambrano, Joe Corden. They got Pablo Torres still available, man. So Bethune had a rest day today. And then tomorrow, they should be ready to rock and roll, man. Going to be 1 o'clock Central Time. 2 o'clock Eastern. Minority prospects will be present. We'll be live. Maybe go a little live at the game. You're gonna get them live highlights. Let's see who's gonna win the SWAT tournament. Um, Guys to watch out for who's having a great tournament for FAMU, Brody Papel. The catcher, man, just been dominant, man, defensively and offensively, being a catalyst for FAMU. And then the freshman, man, Jay Campbell, from Florida. He's from Florida. He pitched yesterday, took the L yesterday as a pitcher, but he's in the 3-4 hole, man. Can swing it, man. Kid can freaking swing it. Then for Bethune-Cookman, you got George Rodriguez, Andre Martinez, the leadoff, Darrell Lee, and then the sleeper for Bethune-Cookman, man, Amani Newton. If Amani Newton can get going, look out for Bethune, man. Bethune always had the arms, but now they have the bats to match it this year, man. So going to be a great turnout tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. SWAT championship, one game takes all. So just a couple highlighted teams and players that did well in the SWAT tournament. For Grambling, Cameron Hill, Trey Bridges just got his invite to the HBCU All-Star game. Looking forward to seeing you, Trey. And then Shanar Brown, Southern, Taj Bates, the Player of the Year, Cordell Thibodeau, Alabama State, Warren Cruz, Cameron Douglas. Cameron Douglas showed well, man. Redshirt sophomore, transfer from Georgia State, 94-95 on the mound, but freaking swinging it this tournament, man. The balls he hit this tournament, dead center bombs, man, has been crazy, man. So Cameron Douglas gained a lot of respect from me and scouts that's been here. Big old kid, 6'3", 6'4", man, from Atlanta, big time kid, man. UAPB, Gavin Taylor got his invite. Eli Gene Smith said he, I think he got the hits leader for UAPB this year, man. So shout out to all the teams that was in the SWAT, man. SWAT showed well playing wise this week. Been exciting games, man. So topic of the day, man, what I really wanted to talk about is why not HBCUs? Why not attend a HBCU and play baseball or softball? It's a big question, hot topic that we talk about a lot, but trying to get to the point of why not HBCUs. For the last 5 years since we started HBCU All-Star game at the Hoover Met was our first year, which we saw the video of the SEC with the big crowd. We started doing our HBCU game there just to show the kids that, hey, just because they're playing on a big stage, you can play on a big stage in the same location with the same amount of scouts, man. So ever since these 5 years, we've been covering HBCU baseball really heavy and have seen a lot of talent come in and out of HBCU. So really on the forefront of HBCUs, I feel like we're the catalyst that's pushing the narrative on HBCUs and hoping and pushing kids to attend HBCUs. So why not a HBCU? The big thing that I get into it is kids believe that they can't get drafted out of HBCUs. One of my mentors, Greg Goodwin, I always talk about is 99% of the kids are not going to get drafted or don't have a chance. They have a chance, but will not get drafted. So you have to go to school for more than just baseball. It should be an education, should be an experience. And really, a lot of times you won't get a better experience than a HBCU if you're a minority kid, from the culture to the band to the sports, just to the flavor, man. So if it's up to school-wise, man, HBCU should be a high priority on your list. And when we talk about education, some of the most famous and wealthy individuals went to HBCU. So educational wise, I don't feel like, and experience wise, a lot of times I don't feel like other schools are better. They may have better qualities, but it should be equivalent to attending HBCUs or PWIs, mid majors, or whatever you feel. A lot of times it's the talent level we talk about, but a lot of times people talk about going somewhere you can play. I feel like at this point of where we at in transfer portal and baseball, just in general, HBCUs is a perfect prime candidate for kids to come to attend. A lot of time kids feel like they're I ain't gonna say inferior. I'm gonna say feel like they're too good for HBCUs, but never went to a HBCU game. It's hard, and parents, because everybody lives to sign that Power Five, Power Four offer on signing day, and then that's it, right? We're not really looking at the future and what's best for the kid. We're looking at what makes us most popular on signing day or through that senior year, that junior year, and what sounds good. Sounds good going to Georgia Tech until you get there, right? If you're not that caliber player, all right. So never shut down one offers. But a lot of people say go where you can play. Um, I don't believe go where you can play, go where you can compete to play. It is not really a lot of situation where kids can go and say, I'm gonna come and start there. A lot of these guys who going to Power Fives or signing Power Five offers out of high school that are seniors, they can't go to Alabama State, can't go to Southern, um, can't go to FAMU and just play right away. That just being, I don't give it, I don't care who it is. A lot of kids will have to, push and work hard and prove themselves to play at these schools. So don't think that it's a knock on talent in HBCUs. You get a chance to go see Warren Cruz, 6'6", first baseman, redshirt sophomore at Alabama State. He didn't play his first year. He redshirted his first year at Alabama State. Alabama State has been loaded, right? Last year he was freshman of the year. This year he's a sophomore and he had a great year, got a chance to get him drafted. All right. Cordell Thibodeau, the player of the year, he transferred in from a JUCO to a HBCU. Right. Let's go down the draft picks the last couple of years from HBCU. We got Randy Flores from Alabama State last year. Kenyon Brown, the catcher for North Carolina A&T, got drafted. You got Nolan Santos in 2023 that got drafted from Bethune-Cookman. We're now HBCU. All these guys have been HBCU All-Stars. Xavier Meacham, kid, we had our first HBCU All-Star that got drafted last year. 2023 from North Carolina A&T, and then Trey Page from Delaware State. And then in 2022, you had Jonathan Thomas, Texas Southern. And then you had Cameron Fields, Texas Southern, Austin Burner from North Carolina Central. So kids are getting drafted out of HBCUs, but you got to put up numbers. You got to have some talent. And that's anywhere. Just because you go to Georgia Tech, go to Tennessee, go to the number one team in the country, don't mean one, you're going to play, don't mean you're going to get drafted. All right, it is really hard to get drafted. So don't base your college decision or going into the transfer portal trying to find some way to get drafted. For me, a scout's job is to find the talent. All right, if you look at the SWAC tournament the last couple of days, you done had top scouts there. You done had scouts there. You done had MLB. You done had all type of guys there to see talent. Right? If their job is to evaluate talent, if the talent is good enough to attend or to get drafted, you got a chance to get drafted. You're going to get drafted. You have the opportunity to go to either pre-draft workouts to compete versus some of the best players in the country to see if you stack up to those guys, and then it's on you, really. Right? Only thing you can do is ask for an opportunity. I think that's the biggest thing we don't understand is you got to put yourself in the best situation to be seen, one, but to prove that you're worthy to get drafted, to have the opportunity. Wanted to just talk about why not HBCUs? Why not using HBCUs as a JUCO? If you feel like you're better, right? If you're a freshman, you're a JUCO kid. You feel like you're better, go to Southern, go to Alabama State, go to Texas Southern, wherever it is, and go dominate. Right? This is from minority prospects, minority baseball prospects, minority softball prospects to MLB have put super harness on supporting HBCU baseball players at the highest level, right? Getting them to MLB Combine, getting them to Team USA, whatever it is. These last 3-4 years have been a major push into MLB and minority prospects to get kids that deserve opportunities, right? So if a kid is balling and is a pro caliber guy, you got eyes that's looking at you. Now, you thinking you a pro and a scout thinking you a pro is a totally different situation, right? That's a totally different world, right? Everybody think that they should be drafted, right? But to a scout, your hit tool may not translate. You might have struck out too much. You may be too small. You may have never dominated. You're not dominating the competition, right? If the difference is between the HBCU and the SEC is that SEC you're going to face more quality arms, right? So if I'm at Texas Southern and I'm batting 350, 150 at bats, and I got 40 strikeouts. That 350 at the SEC is going to be 275, 250, maybe lower with more strikeouts because you're facing quality arms every day. All right. So that's the biggest difference. It's going to be quality arms. So at the end of the day, you just got to dominate. If you're batting 450, 500 in the SWAC, you're going to get an opportunity. They're going to come see you. That's their job. Nobody wants to be that scout that then see Ricky Weeks, but then turn Ricky Weeks in and he be end up winning the Golden Spikes Award, the best college player in the country, and end up going in the top 5 in the draft, top 10 in the draft, right? So they're gonna come see you. Once they come see you, it's on you, right? It may be some critiquing. He's not fast enough, not big enough, whatever it is. But that's just normal. Only thing you can do is ask for an opportunity. So let's push going to HBCUs. I think as a fan or as a HBCU former alum, our job, we got to do better when investing back into our program so that they can have the quality coaches. The biggest reason most guys don't go to HBCUs is because if I go to Missouri and then I go to an HBCU campus or baseball facility, it's going to look different. Right. If I look at the supplements they're getting, the food that they're eating, the training that they're having, the coaches that Missouri can provide compared to HBCU, it's going to be different. Right. So I feel like it's our job as a fan, as an HBCU supporter, is to give back that institution so they can get a third, fourth coach, right? That they can pay well, that can support their family. So that they can have supplements and feeding the kids, right? Because it don't mean that if a kid working out and they're not eating properly, they're going to look the same, right? Look at a kid that goes to a Power 5 and then a kid that go to another school and see how much weight they gain and how much muscle they gain, right? They are working out. Everybody has a great workout program. Are they eating the right things? Are they getting the right nutrients, right? So it's our job to be able to create a nest egg for all these schools so that they can have what they need to be successful at the next level with recruiting kids. I can't help out. I can't tell a kid that's getting $50,000 to $100,000 from Vandy to go to Southern, and they can only get tuition, or only can get a Kit Kat, or only can get $1,000 a month. Right. And this kid is getting 100,000 to go into Vandy. So at the end of the day, we really do got to be realistic. But I want to put it on us to support these schools and give them an opportunity. Right. Let's support these schools, give them an opportunity, give back to these schools and put them in the best situation to be successful, man. All right. And sometimes, and a lot of times that takes funds. All right, so if we want to see HBCUs competing at the highest level, shout out to these schools that are doing a lot of work without the money. The Bethunes, man, for them to have the roster that they have, with the resources they have, man, shout out to Journey Hernandez, man. Shout out to Chris Crenshaw at Southern, man. Shout out to, Stoop at FAMU, man, that built his own cages, man, and did everything he done to make FAMU competitive for the last 10 years. Shout out to Coach Pierre, man. A lot of people are making decisions about HBCUs and never been there, right? If you're not on the ground, you'll know what these guys are going through to make sure they have successful programs, man. So shout out to everybody. They're doing their best, man, to put a great product on the field. But as fans, as a leader, I feel in the HBCU space, I feel like we got to do better. I know Minority Prospects is doing their part to give back to these schools from from D1s to D2s to freaking NAIs. We've invested money that we receive. We put that back into these HBCUs. If it's sponsorships, if it's these HBCU games, whatever it is to get them exposure, we put a lot of money into HBCUs. We don't just talk it, we actually do it. Shout out to the Play Alliance for giving a lot of money to HBCUs to make sure that they're continuing to have things. Shout out to MLB for also pushing the issue and giving HBCU things that they need to be successful. And shout out to everybody that's doing their part. But as fans and as a community, we got to do better on our own, supporting our own people and not ask for handouts. So, man, 30 days of straight streaming. Tomorrow I'll be in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm going to check out the SEC championship game, man. Good luck to both FAMU and Bethune-Cookman. I got to go with Bethune-Cookman. Put in the comments, man, who you going with, Bethune-Cookman or FAMU. Shout out to Natalie White, my cousin, Steelers leader, vice president of the Sparks. I'm a big-time fan. I'm a big-time fan of FAMU, Angela Suggs, the AD, man, they're my people. But Bethune-Cookman, man, I want to see Johnny win his first one. Yeah, at the end of the day, when we talk about recruitment, you got to recruit what you feel is best for you to win. It is what it is. I can't knock a coach on recruiting, on who he recruits, who he feels is going to be best suitable for his program. ADs hire people that they feel can be successful in their programs. So, it is what it is, man. Shout out to both of those schools that's doing the best with what they have. Let's support them all. Let's support them all. Let's all put them in a higher regards. If it's Black, if it's Hispanic, if it's white kids at HBCUs. Only thing I want to see is one, support for those schools, and two, let's put some money into these schools so they can have the resources, the facilities to be successful. That's our job, man. That's our job, is to support, and let's get to it, man. Bethune-Cookman FAMU, man, let's light it up on the SWAT network, man. Let's make sure we put thousands of views. It's easy for us to support a lot of these programs, guys. One thing you got to do is click and watch the video. That's the way of the world now. Click and watch the video and run up those viewerships. That's how they're going to get sponsorships. All right. Like I was talking to a parent today, and we was talking about one of our past episodes. We were talking about sponsorships, and we was talking about sponsorships just in general and how it works. Sponsors need something in return, right? If I'm Chevrolet, they're a sponsor for the SWAT tournament, right? They're a sponsor for the SWAT, and there's only 100 people in the stands, and they got a booth trying to get information and sell cars. How can they sell cars? They got 10 people signed up, right? We got to do our part, guys. In attending events, a lot of time when we posted that video of the SEC stands and the SWAC tournament stands, the only thing I heard was excuses. Our people, we got the most excuses in the world, man. Attend, view, support. Even if you don't attend, send some money, man. Go, invite 10 kids and pay for them kids to go to the game. Stop it making excuses of why you can't attend, and bring your butt down to 10, even if it's for 10 minutes, 15, hour, the whole game. Come in and show your support, man, because the players and the coaches and the institutions need it. So, if anything from me, man, make sure, one, consider HBCUs, man, as an option for your kid to attend, because HBCU baseball is rising. The viewership for HBCU baseball is rising. If you can play, you're going to get seen. If you can play, right? If you're a freshman, you come in and play, and you dominate. Coach is not going to be mad if you go somewhere else, man. Right? If you talk about, Grambling had a kid who did well last year, Kyle Walker, made it to Team USA, got in those trials. Now he's at Arizona State, number 2 in hitting, batting .363. 7 home runs, got a chance of getting drafted. That's all you can ask for. Jamal George is at Texas A&M. All you can do is put yourself in a better situation. But now, why not HBCUs? Trying to put yourself in a great situation. Go in there and dominate. Then you can do whatever you want to do. If it's draft or if it's going somewhere else. Who won a SIAC baseball championship? SIAC was won by Albany State this year. Albany State won the SIAC tournament this year, man. So make sure you like and subscribe. Minority Prospect TV, as we give y'all some more heat. We'll be live. HBCU Plus, we'll be live with HBCU Plus and Minority Prospect TV on YouTube all week next week. I'll go live tomorrow talking about the SWAC Championship and the SEC tournament. Tomorrow, Vandy versus Ole Miss tomorrow. Shout out to RJ Austin, man. Come on, man. Bring it home for me. Ro Coleman. We did our underclass All-American game at Vandy, man. We'll do it again this year, man. So shout out to Vandy. Shout out to Keon, RJ for committing to Vandy, man. Shout out to Ro Coleman, man. Our dog, man. So look forward to seeing everybody. Make sure, again, you tune in. Make sure you get your ticket. Let's pack out North Carolina. You want to make a statement, come out to North Carolina next week. Drive your butt up there. If you're in Atlanta, ain't nothing but 3.5 hours, and you're in surrounding South, man, make a trip, man. Let's have a good time a whole weekend in North Carolina. Again, Thursday, the Battle of the Bands. Friday, the Minority Softball Prospects, HBCU All-Star Game. Shout out to Run. Shout out to Cam. And then Saturday is our Minority Baseball Prospects All-Star Game, man. So make shout out. Look at the schedule right there. Shout out to MVP Heavy Hands. We did a great deed today. What we did today, we opened up with Browns Mills. They just opened back up. The city of Stonecrest, outside of Atlanta. They just opened up their Little League baseball again. We came out there and support. Shout out to Dez. Shout out to Shakita. Shout out to Messiah. We was out there supporting, had Swaggy out there in the parade. We want to bring back Little League baseball, man. We can't grow the game with minorities without growing it at the bottom. And Little League baseball is at the forefront for minority prospects. We're trying to make it back fun. We're trying to grow the coaches so that we can have great baseball from Little League to fans to middle school, high school, and then college, and then pro ball, man. So it's a full wraparound service, man. Follow, like, and subscribe, man. Minority Prospect TV at MBP Takeover. Hey, man, I'm Alex Wyche, man. Another episode. See you tomorrow.